Question that I've gotten a lot, and I've seen a lot in our videos, which is we often recommend an appropriate level of friendly touch in order to establish trust and liking. And a very common question isn't, is that good or bad? It's, how do I do that? That makes me very uncomfortable.
The touching stuff.
Yeah. So for most people, a lot of things make them uncomfortable. Talking to strangers, eye contact, but they kind of get that they can willpower their way through eye contact, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. But the one I see a lot is just, I'm not comfortable touching people. I'm not comfortable doing the Will Smith and giving someone a hug.
Yeah.
So how do you get comfortable with touch?
I mean, I can tell you how I did, which isn't helpful. I studied abroad in Latin America, and I was the cold American in Latin America and was forced through social convention to do dos besos, you know, like every time I greeted someone or a hug, and that became normal for me over the course of 6 months to 12 months. So when I came back to America, I mean, the first time I did, I started to do dos besos, and it was weird. And I scaled back Latin touchiness to a higher than average American, but still well received.
How do I do it without leaving the country?
Leaving the country? It's a great question. I mean, similar principles I think are in place, and you can also choose on people that are lower risk, like friends.
Yeah, that was going to be my advice.
So like male friends are totally fine. You know, you come up behind your friend at a chair, you grab him on both shoulders, you go, yo man, what's up?
Yep.
You high five. You know, there are really easy ways to in a guaranteed non-offensive way touch somebody. The high five being the easiest among them. We played Smash last night, and as a joke, everybody shook hands after their team won in Smash Bros. Those types of things, they can be jokes, but they really do get you more comfortable with that stuff. And then the levels which are you're not certain with, which is, can I touch someone on the shoulder? Can I give someone a hug? I think that you start to build a more accurate intuition of when it is and isn't appropriate. So if I'm walking into a boardroom and I'm dressed up, I'm not going to go hug every woman.
You're not going to go do dos pesos to the CEO.
Not gonna dos pesos.
Oh, thanks for inviting me to your board. Oh, let's get to business.
But yeah, certainly when people enter my home or whatever, you know, I give them a hug. When I greet them for a lunch, even if it's a casual business lunch, I'll still give them a hug.
Yeah.
And so those sorts of intuitions have come from starting small and seeing what works.
So you just said so I think starting with your friends or starting with people you're already comfortable with is a great piece of advice before going to strangers, because that will help you calibrate. But you just mentioned what I was going to add, which is people will watch a video on Will Smith or Chris Hemsworth. We'll say one of their strengths is that they touch. And then you show a clip and it's Will Smith coming out to a talk show, hey, big hug. Yeah. You know, maybe he'll pick up the host and they're like, well, I can't do that. And I don't know if this is something we haven't addressed or it's just being glazed over, but boil the frog. Start small. So if you're uncomfortable touching anyone at all, start with a handshake. Don't think you have to start with the Will Smith hug and pickup. And then when you get comfortable with that, go with the shoulder touch. When you're comfortable with that, give a quick hug. And I think that that's something everyone can do a little bit more than they're currently doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think people sometimes see these breakdowns and they go, I could never tell a story like Kevin Hart. I could never be as funny as Jack Black. I could never touch like Chris Hemsworth. It's like, you don't have to. You just have to do like 3% more than you're currently doing. And then 2 days from now, do 3% more than that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that that's something that I don't know if we aren't saying it or people aren't realizing it, but that's how you get comfortable with touch. You don't just sprint to Will Smith. You take wherever you are and you go a little bit more.
Yep. Baby steps. Baby steps. Anything else?
Yep.
Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.